You're just going to have to approve, okay? All right. So we're going to get started, you guys. I'm super excited. I'm hoping my voice can last me through. I don't know why, but on Sunday I woke up and I literally, you guys, had no voice. Like everyone in my family looking at me like, are you for real? I'm like, no, this is all I got. So, but I sound about 95% better today, but I'm hoping that I can last through because I have a lot of good stuff to share with you. Y'all, we already had our VIP call with corporate. Those are really exciting to be on. Once you're triple diamond, you get to be on those things and it's just really fun. Like there's a lot of times I remember being those ranks prior, and I was like, why do we do things or certain things or what are we doing? And then it's really fun because when you're on some of these other calls, you really get to learn the business side of things behind it. But it's also fun for us because we get to share those things with you guys too. So it's not like you're missing out. But I always found it like I'm a green. So like I like information. I don't know if you're that kind of person. If you are, drop a 1 in the chat. Like if you're like, yes, I like information, it gives me confidence, it helps me with the ability to move forward and to take things, like you're green. So I'm totally agreeing. So information, numbers, like that type of thing. I also obviously have some red because I am driven by numbers. Like give me like give me a ratio or an equation and I'm going to do it. Like if somebody's like, hey, this is your map, this is how you get there. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. So those are the kind of things that I really like, but I get to share some of those things with you guys tonight. But we're going to speak on some things. And this is every single week, you guys, I kind of feel out like what we're needing in our field within our team, or questions maybe that I'm getting, or when we're working together, things that, you guys are feeling like you're coming up against that stopping you so that we can work through them together and learn together. So that is kind of where I come up with just different topics to be sharing on these Wednesday night calls. But y'all, here's the thing. Somebody told me this about events one time. They were like, no matter what, just always get in the habit of showing up, right? It's super easy to be like, oh, I'm so busy, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. But really, if you start getting in the habit of prioritizing and just showing up to the things that are important to you, it's so wild how much more on fire you are when you're close to it. So whether you need this Zoom, or maybe there's information that you get from the Zoom that maybe one of your teammates needs, or maybe one of your new distributor needs, like it just equips you in ways. And really, even if you hear some of the same things, I always tell people, I'm like, it's a confidence builder. Or it's like that green check mark that gives you the assurance, like, okay, I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing. Maybe I just need to be doing it a little bit more, right? Maybe I just need to be doing it a little more consistently, but you know that you're on track. So that's the cool things about being on these calls. So I'm excited to be here with you tonight. I cannot believe, you guys, I literally cannot believe that we are in December. I don't know about y'all, but I'm like, I say the only thing that makes me feel old is like old people always say, time just goes so fast. And like lately, I feel like time is on warp speed. And I'm like, is that making me old or what's happening? But here are some fun things. Okay. So first, as I continue, I want you to build the chat up with some wins that you had in November. It can be your own personal win. It can be wins along in your team that were happening. It could be new distributors that were on your team. It could be like as a whole with your team. It can be anything. But you guys, we had so many. And if there is one thing that I can teach you, it is literally to celebrate every single win. Because you guys, it's not just one distributor. It's not just one customer. Like that customer could be like one of your best referrals, or it could end up being a customer who loves these products that becomes a distributor that is like your first ambassador diamond on your team. Like I tell people every single time that there's a win, I want to know. Like I'm that annoying person that's like, you better tell me when you enroll a customer, when you get a distributor, or when you earn a Christmas cash bonus, or whatever it may be. You have to celebrate everything. Okay. So I want to know some of your wins. I know we've had first time promotions last month happening. We had re-ranks. We had people break through glass ceilings and hit some of their top enrollments that they've ever had in November. You guys, you already know fourth quarter is my favorite too. So that's no news to any of you, because every time that I made the commitment to show up for fourth quarter, y'all, what happened to my business and in my life after leaving conference in January was life-changing, plain and simple. So today we're going to talk about that. We know there's a lot going on, It's December, it's the holiday season, but I am going to tell you that if you can be intentional and you can stay focused and you can commit, you will never look back and be like, dang, I'm really mad at myself for just getting the best of both worlds, right? Building my business, earning Christmas cash, breaking some new records for myself, my team growing, ending a year at your top to get to start the new year at your best, right? Like you will never look back and think, oh my gosh. And I'm going to tell you one thing too. You can do both things. Like if you couldn't, I'm going to like, for me as a nurse, one of my things that was such an aha moment for me was having holidays at home, right? Because I worked holidays. That's part of being a nurse, right? And even though I knew that, I got to a point where I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I don't want to spend holidays away from my family. And so guess what? I knew I could be put my head down and I could get to work and I could gain some of those holidays back, right? As I became part-time and then I became full-time doing this and I got all my holidays back. But you know what, you guys? If I couldn't have the best of both worlds, I wouldn't do this. Like that's the thing. And so I can have the best of both worlds because I make that conscious decision to do so. So that's what I first want you to think about tonight as we're going into December. You guys, we have a full month still. Okay. So this is super fun to be on here because we have a full 4 weeks to put in what we're going to talk about tonight. And so I just want you to know first, you got to just make that conscious decision that you're not going to, we can give so much attention to excuses and different things, or we can give so much more energy to how we're going to get those things done that we actually want to get done. And for me, I'm like, I'm going to do the latter because it just brings me so much further and it brings me so much more happiness and it brings me so much more fulfillment. I do not enjoy living in excuses at all. So you'll kind of decide that for yourself. Nobody can decide it but you. But here we are, chapter 12 of 12, and it is wild. So this is what I want you to remember is how you choose to end this month is how you start your new year, okay? And how you start your new year is how you are setting yourself up and placing yourself going into conference. You guys, conference, if you are brand new here and you've never been here for a new year or conference in general, I am going to tell you now, you want to be in the game. You want to be taking action. You want to be learning all the things that you can learn. You want to be fine tuning some of those things. So if you don't know how to do host post, get it this month. If you're unsure of how to do certain things or you're working on your before and afters, keep going this month because this month matters so much, okay? You do not want to be on the sidelines. I don't want you to start this month off thinking, oh, I'll get back into it in the new year. If you can be focused in this month, you will change your life in your business. And I'm going to end this Zoom with some stuff with you that I just was like, so funny this morning. I knew what the message I was going to bring today and what we were going to talk about. And all of a sudden I opened the first 2 posts that I saw when I opened Instagram and I was like, I'm sharing this tonight. Like this wasn't by accident that this is what I got. It's literally what we're going to end our night with. Okay. But if you've never been here for that, I want to tell you something. So conference, there's still tickets available. Conference is January 24th and 25th. Okay. Conference, if you can make it to conference, it will change your entire life. It will change your business because it changes and it expands your vision. And that within itself brings a whole new person into your business that is running your business. Okay. We're going to be doing some fun things there. We get to actually tour headquarters because it is right by our headquarters, which is amazing. But this is also where our company brings huge, huge announcements. And you guys might even be thinking like, how much bigger does it get? Like we've seen $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 bonuses, or maybe you were even close to one of those and you didn't get it. Guess what? I always want to tell you there's always more coming. Okay. So I just want you to know that you will never look back at December and be upset because you worked hard. That's what I want you to know. You will be upset if you don't put your head down and get yourself in the game, because then when conference comes and these announcements comes, you're going to be like, oh, I'm so far from this, or I'm so far. You don't have to be far. You literally can tee yourself up all the way through December in January to literally snag whatever is announced. Plus, we have more new products that are also being released. Okay. So we're just reiterating the month of December is the month that you want to be an active player in your business. And yes, is that going to take making a decision to do so? Because it's busy, right? It's busy for everybody. But I want you to know that you can always have both. Okay. You can have the big wins. and still be present with your friends and your family and doing the fun things. You just have to be intentional, okay? So first we're going to talk November numbers. We can't just ever just start a new month and forget what we just did. Okay. Brooke said 2 Christmas cash bonuses. Yes. And the most PMs she ever enrolled. Yes, that was super fun, Brooke. We should do that again though. Executive, we got a new promotion, Christmas cash bonus. Yes, the Christmas cash is back. So first let's talk November, you guys. And I want to share these because I've already been talking with a few of you guys, and we're gonna talk about some objections that we may come across this month, but also how to work through those. Okay. So first of all, in November, you guys, we had 282 new promotions. That is people ranking up into new ranks. Okay. We have 9 different ranks. So 282 of those. We also had 358 re-ranks. That is incredible for November. Y'all, we have some serious momentum that we have created. Momentum doesn't just come by showing up for 1 month. It comes by digging in deep and showing up month after month after month and going after your things, even when maybe you fell short, right? We just pick up the next month and we start off where we left. And so we had that. We enrolled 800 more distributors in November than we did in October. And we had 4,000 more Perks members in November than we did in October. So y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not want to hear the excuse, or I don't want you to fall into the excuses of, oh my gosh, people are saying I can't do it this month, or people are going to be really busy, or they're super focused. I want to tell you, yes, some people are going to say that. And you might hear it more right now than you have in other months. But I also want to tell you, there are a lot of people that are looking for exactly what we have. Okay. And the way that you find them is just by messaging more and by consistently showing up, and not basing how you show up tomorrow based off of responses that you're getting from conversations. You show up tomorrow based off of the goals that you're setting today. And once you get off this Zoom tonight, and how you want to end December and start the new year. That's what you base showing up off of. Okay. Because I don't know about you, but when I look at that, I'm like, guess what? We have our hands on some serious gold. We have an opportunity that I don't really know what person doesn't want, to be honest. And I know people say no to me too, but it's kind of funny to me because I'm like, that's so interesting, because you want the things that this business offers, but you're saying no to the open door, and literally the risk is so small in comparison to the rewards of it, right? And so it's so funny, but I want you to know too that the no's that you may get in the beginning of the month, or maybe you've gotten before, are not a forever no. Okay, they're not a forever no. So, because you have to remember, come January, the top 2, sorry, I'm gonna have to drink a lot during this one. The top 2 goals starting the new year are financial goals and health goals. We have the answer and solution to both of those things. Okay, so all these conversations that you're going to have in the beginning of this month, and maybe where you see no, you need to be writing those things down. Or when people say not right now, and we're going to talk about some other ways that we can still utilize those things too, but they need to be on your list. Okay. Also, our company paid out over $500,000 in just Christmas cash bonuses alone. You guys, that is just weekly bonuses. That is not monthly commissions. That's actually not even the last week of bonuses that were earned either, because those don't get paid out until tomorrow. And so they're not even in that number. So that is something that you should be shouting from the rooftops. That's absolutely incredible. And those are the kinds of things that are possible when you are with a debt-free company, because they can give more. Okay. So I just want you to know, again, now Christmas cash is back. So guess what? We as a company are going to, John's like, I want to pay out over $1 million in Christmas cash bonuses. So if you're going to be part of the person that he's paying out, I want you to drop a 2 in the chat, because I am there. I have big goals. And so I don't know about you, but I already have my tracker printed off. I'm already starting to fill this little sucker in. And here's the thing, my goal, knowing that I am going to be present during Christmas and all of the above, and doing the fun events that we're doing as family and all that kind of stuff, I have a big goal. Like, I already have a goal to get my Christmas cash earned in the first 2 weeks. right? And you know what? That's a big goal for me. Like, I'm not a mass enroller. I do a lot of different things, but this, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to push to get this in the first 2 weeks. And then whatever I continue to do after that, I'm here for. But this is what I'm going for. Okay. And so don't be afraid to set a big goal, you guys. Like, I like to set goals that scare me because I'm like, but what if I do it? Like, now I just have a new thing that I know I can do. Okay. So let's talk about what we have for the month of December. You guys, you have to know what you have on the table, to be able to get it, but also it's what you get to offer to other people. If you're like the person that's like, I can't get distributors. Well, do you know what you have to offer? Like, you got to know what's on the table for the people that you're bringing in, right? And so Christmas cash is back. Let's just focus on, remember that Perks member bonuses are doubled. So they're not 50, they are $100. So for every 4 customers that you're getting and hitting that volume, the 300 in volume, you get $100. You can earn as many of those as you want. And then this is literally, I do not want us overcomplicating. Okay. If you're a numbers person and you're like, I just need to know like what I need to do, this is it. 12 customers and 3 distributors earns you $1,000 in weekly bonuses alone. But guess what? If you do that, you're also building a ruby. So if you do it twice, that's 2 rubies and your emerald. So, and then you also have $2,000 plus a really nice commission check that's coming as well, right? So you can do that as many times as you want. So I always say, like, what is your number? What are your numbers? If you're looking at that and you're like, well, I want to do that in 2 weeks, guess what? You do 6 customers this week, get 2 distributors, or you could even do 1 distributor. Maybe you're like, you know what? I could have a little bit more conversations. I got to send out some more invites. You got to get real with yourself. Okay. So, and then the next week you can be like, I'm going for 6 customers. I don't care if you've never done that before. You can do it. Like, this can be the first time you do it. Some of you were like, I've never signed 12 customers before, but then you did it last month. So now you know you can do it. So it's kind of like, well, I know I can do it. How fast can I do it? Right. And so you got to take whatever your goal is and that number and be like, I'm going for this minimum this week. Right. And you just, if you are relentless with that and you keep going, and you might be like, oh my gosh, I've had so many conversations. I've followed up with so many people. And guess what? Even by the end of Sunday, if you didn't get your 6, you might, because of all the work that you put in the conversations that you've had and the following up that you did, next week, you might get 8 customers. You have no idea. But if you stop, guess what? You're not going to get it. But if you keep going, you will get your goal, right? If you are absolutely relentless with it. So just remember, it's 12 customers and 3 distributors. You get $1,000. You guys, that's crazy. Like, that's actually kind of crazy to think about, right? That's helping 12 people swap out their coffee for one that does benefits, or helping 12 people start getting their gut right. Or maybe it's weight loss, like help 12 people go get on our products. Okay. So just know that you guys can earn the Christmas cash up to 5 times. 5 times. That's how many times that you can earn it in a month. Okay. So I want you to know this. What is your goal for weekly bonuses and Christmas cash before Christmas? Our goal, we are not doing at the end of December. This is our goal, and I want you to write this down on your paper. So you are going to print this off. Okay. You're going to print it off just like me, because remember, success leaves clues. If you guys saw the VIP chat, people just send pictures over and over of their printed stuff. And I laugh all the time about this because I'm like, people think we're crazy, but having it in front of you is so much different than just saying it or wanting it or whatever it may be. When you can actually see it, this is where you always steer where you stare. Okay. So mine is always printed out. So I want you to know, what is your goal for weekly bonuses and Christmas cash before Christmas? Okay. So you're going to write that down. I want to know, what is your rank up goal for this month? What is your rank up goal? Is it emerald, or maybe you haven't hit a rank, so maybe it's executive? I want you to know what that is, and I want you to print the map off for that. Okay. Then the other one is who is ranking up on your team, or how many weekly bonuses or Christmas cash bonuses do you want earned on your team? Okay. Because as we're leading and we're guiding people and we're helping them take action and do certain things to build their business, we can help them earn these things as well. So I always think it's way more fun. I do love having goals for myself. I am a goal getter, but I do love having goals for our team more than anything, because I know what we have our hands on for this month with Christmas cash, and I know the impact that that makes during the holidays. Like, I don't care, you guys, like $100, $200, like that is a game changer. Like that's Christmas dinner and groceries for the week for somebody if they're hosting and doing things like that, right? Like give those numbers meaning and it's going to make you move. Okay. So those are your goals that you want to write down and you want to get clear. And then once you have that after tonight, this shouldn't take you long. Once you have that, I want you to text your mentor and say, this is what I'm doing this month. You guys, I promise you, I have never judged any single soul ever for coming in with a hot goal or a big goal that I've never been like, wow, Bailey's never done that before. Like, that's crazy. She set this goal. No, instead I'm like, hot dang, like we are going for that, right? And then what's so cool is you have somebody else that's cheering you on, that believes in you, but is also like, hey, I'm going to come and share with Bailey what I just posted or how I'm going to do this because I know she's got a big goal, right? Like people got to know that you care so that they want to link arms with you and that they're helping you. They want to be in your inbox, but dang, nobody wants to be annoying. So if you're over there being silent, we don't know that you want to go big, right? So you got to make sure that you have your goals, you share them, and then you print your sheets up and you're going to get to freaking work, okay? And when we say get to work, you guys, our work is not hard. It is literally putting our open sign on, right? So it's getting in your stories, it's sharing what you're using. Be vulnerable, like share a little bit. You don't even have to know what the coffee does. You can be like, hey, I swapped out my coffee and this is what I noticed by swapping out my coffee. Like you don't have to know all the scientific amazingness that our products have. Just be you, be genuine, okay? And show up and do that. But you're in your stories, you're in there posting because that turns your business and your open sign on. If you are not doing that, people don't know that you have a business. Okay. So every day, my first thing is like, I am turning that open sign on and this is when it's happening. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to be in my inbox and I am messaging. I'm getting host to post up. I am following up like a boss. Y'all, I send a lot of voice messages. And then I was like, maybe that's why I lost my voice because in the month I was sending a ton of voice messages, but I'm like, I don't think that was it. So I'm still sending voice messages and people are like, it's so funny. I get all these responses and it's like, oh, your voice. I'm like, I know, my voice, I sound pathetic, but I actually feel great. So here we are. The charts. Yes, they are in boards. They are under the new distributor launchpad. And there's a folder in there that says things that you can print. It's like a printable folder. Everything is in there. Okay. So everything is in there that you can have. This one is when you do where it says current promotions, I just print the picture. That's what I do for this, okay? I just print the picture and then I get it. So let's talk host to post. So we know that we have Christmas cash back. Let's talk host to post. So host to post, this is what we have, okay? We are drawing and we are giving away $600 cash on December 15th. And then we are also giving another $400 on the 2nd of January. So you want to be using this, okay? You guys, this is my thing. It does not cost a dime for people to support you in your business. They don't have to be your customer. They don't have to be your teammate. They don't have to purchase anything. But I am telling you, them sharing a post for you where they literally get a chance to win cash can help your business so much. And if you just say that to people, if you are just so freaking genuine and you're just like, as you're going through conversations and you're like, you know what? I will definitely get back with you. Maybe they can't order at the time, but you can say, hey, we can get you entered into my cash giveaway. Our team does this every single month. We give 2 people an amount of cash just to give back in any way that we can. And all you have to do is share a post for me. Would you be willing to do that? I am going for a really huge goal to end the year, and it would mean so much to me. That is it, you guys. When you say stuff like that, people are like, yeah, I want to help you. Like, why wouldn't they? Do you know what I'm saying? So make sure that you are using host to post. I want you to go back through. So if you're following up and you're going back through and they can't order or they're saying like, hey, I can't do it right now because I'm focusing on Christmas cash or focusing on Christmas. I am focusing on Christmas cash. They're focusing on probably Christmas presents, right? But the thing is, you guys, is that I'm getting that too. But I also am still getting people that are prioritizing their goals, that are looking to be healthier, that are not waiting for the new year. that are wanting to start this business, that are wanting to get a few extra paychecks before Christmas is even here. Or they're like, you know what, heck to this. Like, I am sick of feeling like this every single Christmas, and they're starting their businesses now. Not even probably knowing that they can even make some really bomb cash even in the next couple of weeks. Okay. So just know that you want to be asking, but you have something where people can help you. And I'm going to share, I think I put them in here. Okay, I did. I actually want to share with you. So host a post, remember, we give our little donation. If it's like distributor through Emerald, you just give $5. And this is what kind of we partner with other teams, and this is what brings our pot together and how we get this number every single month, okay? And the teams get to use host a post just like we're using host a post, okay? And so here's the ones, I'm going to put them in here. These are a couple that are really great. So anytime that I'm getting a post up there to like where I want people to comment so that I can have more people posting for me, these are so simple, and they're just holiday related. People love to share their opinions. I don't know if you noticed that, but they love to share their opinions. Okay. So anytime you're asking for it, they're like, yep. Like, I'm going to tell you, but these are easy. Okay. So it's all you can say. Tell me, are you for colored lights or white lights for a chance to win $600 cash on 12/15? Or you can say, colored lights or white lights, comment below. We are gifting somebody $600 cash on 12/15. So simple. Okay. Colored lights or white lights. You're going to see it all over. You literally can probably even go on Pinterest, and it's going to have a picture that you could even post on there for it. Okay. The other one that I see that everyone always has an opinion on, do you wrap Santa gifts or do you not? Comment below for your chance to have a chance at $600 cash on 12/15. Okay. The cool thing is that everybody that you get entered or who shares a post for you before the 12/15 drawing, they have a chance to win twice. So they're going to be in the drawing for the $600 cash one and for the $400 cash one. Okay. So those are just super simple ones, as where people comment. Then when they go comment on there, you're going to message them and ask them, hey, to get entered in, all you have to do is share a simple post that I give you. Would you be willing to do that? Again, even a simple voice message. Don't lose your voice, but voice message goes really far. Okay. If you feel like you're not getting far with messages, I'm going to push you and tell you to voice message. Okay. I voice message a lot because I'm driving a lot of times. And so this is my top host to post that I share. I have 3. Again, I am not making things harder. I'm just not. I want to know that these are my 3 that I give, and this is what I work off of. Because here's the thing. I have these 3 because, first of all, one of them leads into coffee, which I drink every single day. You are going to see that on my page everywhere. The other one is one of our top products that literally has gone viral, which is our burn. Everybody is loving it and wanting it. Okay. And the fact that it's natural, it's safe, it doesn't have crappy side effects is such a huge thing for people. And I don't know about you, but I would love to be able to get our product in people's hands that are looking for something like this, right? Opposed to them going and doing something where there is harmful side effects. So these are my 3. I am going to put them in the chat. You guys, these are also in our boards, okay? But I do want you to have them because I just want you to really know to keep things simple. And when we asked in our chat where it's the VIPs, so it's anywhere from it's like movers and shakers and like people that are really in there building their business, and probably some of the people that you see spotlighted on Monday night calls and things like that. We're all using the same stuff. Like, no one's using anything different. So there's no like secrets or something that you don't know. It's just like when you hear that or see that, you guys, they're just getting more hosts to post up. So they're having more conversations, right? Or they're getting creative in how they're getting hosts to post up and asking people. They're like, again, we talk about certain things on the Zoom, but you are not limited to only the things we talk about on the Zoom. If you figure something out or you come up with your own idea, freaking hot dang, run with it. It is your business. It is your business. Okay. So here's the thing about both of these things. I always ask, and my girls know who I help with conversations. This right here, my coffee one, I am instantly going into the morning trio. And I say to them, like, I ask them how they like their coffee so they can do cold brew or skinny brew. Skinny brew, you can have hot or iced. Just remember that. Cold brew, you can only have cold. because it kills the probiotics in it otherwise. I mean, you can still have cold brew hot if you want it. It just kills the probiotics in it. So, but if they're like, but I also want weight loss, I am instantly going and doing the pick and save with this. Okay. So I'm instantly going and I'm like, you need to do burn and slimmer with your morning trio. If they are commenting on burn, I am talking about the 30-day drop, or I already give them the option, say, hey, do you drink coffee? Then we can also do coffee and then we can do burn and slimmer, right? So I always go to things that I like and I use, okay? So those are where I'm going with those two things. And then some of y'all need to be posting this one because this is a good one. And I saw what your goals were and you need to be growing your team. Okay. Again, so simple, you guys. So these are the three that you are going to find me using over and over. If you feel like you have the same people posting for you, what you can actually do. So say you go and you post and you're like, I did tell me, are you white lights or colored lights? Okay, you can literally give them that giveaway post. So say somebody's like, hey, Sarah, for sure, I'll throw up a post for you. Literally what my girl's going to post for me is that it's going to say this. It's going to say, tell me, are you a colored lights or white lights kind of person? Comment below, my friend Sarah is gifting one person $600. That's it. Okay. And then I am going to go through those comments. They're just commenting for that. And I'm going to say, hey, I'm the friend that Bailey mentioned. Go ahead and comment to me, blah, blah, blah. You can say giveaway or whatever you want to say in there. Okay. And I will send you details on how to get entered. That's what I say. And then I'm going to ask them if I still feel like I need to get like new network and new people seeing my post, I can give that person the same giveaway post. You can, if you're giving out the giveaway post, what it's doing is it's growing your network and bringing in new eyes super fast. Okay. If you're like, you know what, I haven't really hit host a post hard, then I would tell you go for the products. Go get your freaking 12 customers, and then you could switch over. You guys, you may have 2 host a posts that pop off and you get your 12 customers in a couple days. Like that's what's really neat about host a post. And then you can be like, dang, I need 3 distributors. Guess what you're going to give over and over? The one that says, my friend Sarah has 3 immediate work from home spots, bonus eligible at weekly and monthly income. Comment below. I'm going to give every single person that one because I know that I need 3 distributors to close out my Christmas cash. So again, pay attention to your tracker and what you're needing, and then you can choose which host supposed to be giving out. Okay. You get to steer your ship. All right. So the other thing that we have, you guys, and I'm not sure if you saw this, was the BOGO on the hairline. This is through the 25th. Okay. So it automatically is going to go on there. There's no code that you need. All they're going to do is just pick the BOGO option that's on the website. So if they are getting the serum, they're going to get a free serum. If they are getting the hair, skin, and nails supplement, then they're just going to get a free hair, skin, and nails supplement. I love that they chose the hairline because this is like a good stocking stuffer and a really good gift, like for the women, right? Actually, even for men, I'm not going to lie. I feel like I kind of slept on like the male side of how many men are looking to have better hair, fuller hair. They don't love the balding, all the things. So men also love the hairline. But I wanted to tell you that that goes through the 25th. Again, you guys, that is there to help you bring in those 12 customers for you to get your Christmas cash. Like that, like our company literally is giving you tools for you to go put to use to be using in messages in your stories or whatever it is so that you can complete this. They want you to earn the cash. Literally, John was on the VIP call and he's like, yeah, we paid out 500,000, but I want to pay out $1 million this month. Like, it was so funny the way he said it. And we were all like, okay, challenge accepted, John. Like, come pay our Christmas, right? So know that we also have that. And then we have the pick and save. The pick and save is awesome. So I'm going to tell you this. I don't lead with the pick and save because I want volume, right? And so I kind of go and I stick to like my morning trio. I do love like the 30-day drop. Sometimes I'm doing the morning trio and then I bring in the pick and save if they want to use weight loss. So I'll do like the burn and the slimmer. But I think it is amazing for the people who are like, I can't afford that right now. because I'm spending money on Christmas cash. Guess what you can do? So if you're talking to people, let's talk about that for a minute, okay? Because you are going to run into that. I am running into that, but it's not stopping me. And so that's why I want to equip you with what I'm doing with an answer like that, okay? So I will bring it down. So normally I'm starting with the packs always, okay? Because that's how I roll. I like it when people are using a system and they are sticking to it, and I know that they're going to get good results even within 30 days, okay? So I start with that. Say you're starting with a 30-day drop, okay? You're doing that and they're like, I can't afford that. Guess what you can do? You can be like, okay, you know what? If you can't do that, there's also this pick and save option, because we know people are spending a lot of money. They're buying Christmas gifts. They're doing different things with their family, some of the extras that we don't normally do. So you can actually do the burn in the summer. So you could start with 2 products now for just $75. Okay. And if they still can't do that, guess what, you guys? Then that's where you can say, okay, no worries. Would you like me to come back, wrap back around after Christmas with you? Okay. If they say yes, perfect. Then you can say to them after that, hey, I have an opportunity where every month our team gives away cash, right? And we do a giveaway. So all you have to do to be able to get entered in, we're giving away $600 on 12/15. All you have to do is share a post. Would you be willing to share a post, and I'll get you entered into our giveaway? Boom. You guys, they just told you they didn't have money to spend $75 on themselves, on their health. Okay. So in my mind, I'm always like, I don't want anyone to be in that situation. Literally. Bailey knows this. She's on here tonight. She knows this. Like, her and I were talking and she's like, oh, I just feel so guilty spending money on myself. And I'm like, amen. I feel like this is a mom thing sometimes, right? I was the same exact way when I wanted to come and get 3 products. That was before I even started as a distributor. And so here's the thing, you guys. I was like, we should never feel guilty spending $75 on our health. Okay. Like, I read a meme the other day, and it's like, you are going to have your body forever. It is going to be the thing that is with you the absolute longest, not the handbag, not the newest shoes, not, whatever it may be. Like, people spend so much money on so many other things. And it's like, but this is something that you need to take care of, right? And so in my mind, as soon as somebody feels guilty, and I can like literally feel it in the conversation, I'm like, listen, I'm either going to offer them to do a host a post for me so that they can hopefully win some cash, or I talk to them about the business. And I know some of you stop right away. You're like, oh, they said they don't have money. I do not. I am like, hey, listen, I know that I feel guilty too spending money on myself, or you have $1 and you feel like it's supposed to go to 7 different places. You are not alone in feeling that. Okay. We've all felt that before. And so here's the thing, you guys, is I tell them, hey, but I think you should do this business with me, because you can have a goal of covering the products that you want to use to feel your best, to become your healthiest, but also let's make more than that. Like, let's help you make more money than that so that you don't have to feel guilty. Or maybe you can cover your products, but you can also pay off some debt, or you can add to your savings, or whatever it is that you want to do. You're planting that vision of like, hey, you don't have to be living like this. Okay. And you're encouraging them, but you're also giving them a way to fix that. So I will offer them the business every single time, you guys. And I am telling you, I get so many yeses from that. So had I stopped when somebody was like, oh, I just don't know, like, I shouldn't really be spending that money on myself. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, you can. Like, yes, you absolutely can, right? Like, you're trying to better yourself. You're trying to take care of yourself. Like, that is where you should spend your money. And so, you guys, I always will offer the business to them. So I just wanted to share with you, those are the 3 things I do. I will drop down to the pick and save, give a cheaper option. If they still say no to that, I am talking to them about the business and how they can start earning weekly bonuses right off the bat. And then I'm also offering for them to get into our giveaway for hosted post. Okay. You will be amazed at how many people start saying yes to the business, and also how many more hosted posts you get up for that. Okay. Does that make sense, you guys? Like, I don't overcomplicate really anything. And then the other thing, just with that being said, like with Christmas being here and stuff, is you just might need to have more conversations, okay? And that's okay. Like in my mind, I'm already kind of set for that come November. I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm probably going to have some more conversations. And I'm okay with that because you want to know why? This is why. Because all those conversations that you're having, you might have to have more conversations to get your 12 yeses, right? For your Christmas cash that you're going for. But guess what? Those, like, not right now, that's not a no forever. And also, I am telling you, on a dime, as soon as the 25th is over, you guys, people are like back to focusing on themselves, on their New Year's goals. Like Christmas is long gone. Like, I am not kidding. Come the 26th, 27th, people are like, hey, Sarah, this is bad. Like, I feel like crap. Like, I have gone rogue over the holidays. I am ready. I am not waiting till the first. So come that, you guys, some of y'all are probably going to be completing a second Christmas cash in the last 4 or 5 days of the month because you have committed to having these conversations. You've written people down. You know where to follow up. Maybe we have some things that come out where you have some little extras to be able to offer if we have some sales or different promotions going on. And you guys, you can freaking complete this thing in 4 days just because you've had all these conversations. Like those are not conversations that are lost. They're just a not right now. But guess what? In the midst of working towards your yeses, you are going to have planted a lot of freaking seeds. And you know what? You don't just have goals for this month, you have goals for next month and the month after that and the month after that, right? So know that there is no conversation that is wasted. But if you freaking commit to this and you're okay with getting some of those no's and you already know you're going to have some of them, but you turn them into hosted posts, and then all of a sudden now you have this person that's a no at first, did a hosted post, you got some conversations going, you got some customers from that. Now she's coming back and she's either, if their hosted post pops off, yo, they should be a distributor. They have people interested. Those customers could be their customers. And now you got your distributor, right? Or you're going to have that person coming back and they're going to be a customer or a distributor even at the end of the month. So it is not wasted. Okay. That's the one thing I want to tell you about that. So I'm going to leave you with something. And this is what I read this morning. It's actually 2 things. And I'm going to start with the first one first. But this is the thing. Either you need to hear this tonight, or there's somebody in your downline or in your team that probably needs to hear this or be reminded of this. So I'm going to share this with you guys. I hope it kind of hits you like it did for me. But I was like, this is actually freaking gold. So this is what I'm going to actually post this in the... I'm going to post this thing in the chat so you can see it while I read it. I'm like a visual gal. Y'all know this by now, probably. Okay. So I read this thing today and it said, it takes 3 weeks. What did that just do? Hold on. Why did it just do that? See, you guys, I'm telling you, anybody can do what I do here. IT stuff, I am not good with IT stuff, but other things, y'all, I have grit. Like I can work hard. Okay. Okay. We got it. So it read this. It says it takes 3 weeks to start a habit, 66 days to find your groove, 6 months to lock it down, 1 year to make it automatic, 2+ years to make it part of your identity. These are your milestones when setting new habits. Okay. So what's so funny about this, and I want to tell you why I'm sharing this, because you have to stop believing the lie that some people are lucky or just naturally good at something. Okay. Here in this business, you guys, anyone who makes a decision and commits to the actions consistently can win and be successful. That's what is one of the coolest things about this business. It doesn't matter your talent. It doesn't matter your, like, where you come from. It doesn't matter what your degree is in. None of that matters. What matters is making a decision and committing to the action consistently. So here's what I want to share about this. We have 4 weeks left of this month. I actually went and counted. Okay. We have 4 weeks left of this month and year. I want you to think to yourself, what habit do you want to create? What is the habit that you are going to create in December? Then if maybe it's prioritizing and making time for your life goals that matter, right? Like it's super easy to be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it this. What if all of December, so some of the first things you do in the beginning of the morning, or maybe you even wake up a little bit earlier because you are prioritizing your goals that you have set for it works to help you conquer, right? Because they mean something to you. And there's nothing else that has helped you gotten those yet, right? But you have this way, so you're going to use what you have. Okay. That for me, I was like, yeah, that's the kind of habit that I want to have. But here's what's even cooler. So then you take the 66 days that it's taken you to find your groove. Do you know what that brings you? It has you rocking and rolling, and you have your groove by the time conference comes. By the time those huge announcements that are happening at conference, if you start now, you are going to have your groove down, right? You're going to have the momentum that's being built on your team. You're going to have the enrollments coming in because you're consistently having these conversations. You're consistently getting your host to post up. You've been taking full advantage of December and January to now you're coming into conference and you freaking have your group. Some of these things you're like, oh, I don't even have to think about them. Like I wake up and I'm instantly just starting to send up my birthday messages. I got my stories up. I know what I'm going to post. Also, y'all, if you do professional mode on Facebook, you can schedule your posts like ahead of time. You can schedule them on professional mode, okay? But here's the cool thing. 6 months of focus, commitment, and consistency in this business, especially during the new year and conference, can completely change your life. Do you guys know that? 6 months. 6 months. So if you start that now, like you found your groove by conference, and then they announce all the big things, and then you just keep going. You guys, like, it doesn't matter if you're brand new. It doesn't matter if you've been here for a year. You can make a decision tonight to be like, I'm getting my habit down by the end of December. I'm getting my groove, and I'm going to find my way by the time conferences. By the time April, May happens, you have completely transformed your business and your life. That's what is so freaking powerful about It Works in this business. So I read that and I was like, no, we're sharing that tonight because that is super freaking important, because this timing, it couldn't be more perfect. Okay. So this is the last thing I want to share with you that I read today that I thought was so freaking good. I'm going to put it in here for you, but this is what I want to share with you is, first of all, I want you to stop telling yourself when you see Christmas cash or you see a chart or you see different things like, no way. Or some of you are like, you're telling yourself, oh, it's so hard. You guys, I want you to retrain your brain to be like, I am here to take on challenges, because you want to know something? The only way to change and to grow out of things that maybe no longer serve you is to be challenged. Like every time there's something like, this is why I love when It Works comes and puts something like this in front of me. I'm like, listen, this is a challenge for me, but in the big scheme of things, I'm still building my business, but I get to have all these little wins along the way. Like I love this stuff. I literally live for stuff like this when It Works puts it out, because it's just something different to stare at than just our maps, right? And so I want to challenge. I'm like, yes, challenge me, but also challenge me as I'm working for this. It's leading me in the direction that I want to be. Okay. So here was the thing that I'm going to leave you with. Last thing I'm going to leave you with tonight. And then I want you to remember, okay, is this: the only way to teach yourself that you can do hard things is by doing hard things. Okay. The more you get out of your comfort zone, the more your comfort zone expands. Y'all, did you hear that? The more you get out of your comfort zone, the more your actual comfort zone expands. It literally does that one baby step at a time, one challenge accepted at a time, right? And you start realizing like, oh man, I thought my first customer was hard, but then I just got 6. And now if I get 2 more, I get another bonus. So now I'm going to get 8. And now all of a sudden you're a new number. You're like, I'm getting 12 customers every single month. Like you start right in your comfort zone, and what becomes something that you can do over and over grows at over and over and over again. So this is what they say. Keep this in mind next time you have the choice to get big and brave or stay small and familiar. Y'all, you here at It Works are being challenged to be big and brave, because there is zero freaking limits on what you can get and what you can earn or the people you can help. So you have a choice. You can either embrace that challenge of dreaming big and being brave and is helping as many people as you absolutely can, or you can stay small and familiar. And that's the choice that we all get to make. But guess what? We already know where the change happens. It's by embracing new things, right? So I hope this month, when you're looking at this, that you start filling this sucker in, and you're going to message me and you're going to be like, I can't even believe it, but I just got my first double PM bonus. And you know what I'm going to say to you? Go get your second one. And then when you do that, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I just had a host a post pop up. Like some of you guys are like, I can't even keep up. What a freaking good problem to have, right? How freaking cool that you get to work a host a post that popped off for the next 3 days. That's amazing, right? That's exactly what you want to happen. Go get your second PM bonus. Guess what? You can do these two this week still. And then we're going to just keep trucking along and we're going to fill this one in it. And you're going to have a Christmas cash bonus earned before Christmas is even here. That's what we're doing here on the Hive this month, okay? We are going big and we are getting brave. That's what we're doing. All right, you guys? So happy Wednesday. I'm so excited. I can't wait for you guys to blow my phone up and tell me what your goals are. Because remember, I told you that in the beginning. You need to know what your goal is, and then you're going to share with your mentor, okay? So whoever you signed up with and partnered up with, I want you to go text them and tell them, because having accountability partners is not only important, but it is super powerful, okay? So love you guys. I'm so excited for December and how we are about to end this year. You guys have done some incredible things already.